240.
Perfect.
Let me send you a picture. It dipped real bad.
Really?
Yep.
Same spot?
6,300.
6,300. Hang on, I'll send you.
What the fuck?
I know.
You still made 840 with a dip?
Yeah.
That's a 900 fucking wheel horsepower hit if you fix the curve.
Yeah, if we can fix the curve, that's 900 wheel. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we go. We're going to start diagnosing what's going on with the Mustang. We have a pretty good idea. We're going to do a compression test today. We are trying to determine, betting that cylinder 4 is going to be weighed down. On a Gen 3, it needs to be 185 PSI or better. So that's what we're going to do is pull plugs, pull coils. Already got the fuel disconnect. We're going to let it run until it dies. We're about there. That's probably good enough. Let's start taking stuff apart. I know. Why do you still have this car? Get rid of it. I love this car. I honestly do. This thing is, it's like unkillable. It's had a hard life, but it's still mine. I still love it nonetheless. Kind of like your children, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't just get rid of your children. I mean, I guess some people do, but I'm not that way. And that's kind of how I feel about this car. Yeah, it's a piece of metal, this, that, and the other, but, you know, it's just kind of like my baby. It's growing up. Yeah, this is my baby. It's fun to watch this thing grow, and I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not giving up. That's one thing that the Army has taught me and instilled in me is you just don't quit. I will not quit, and so I refuse to. So, all right, compression test. Let's go.
Okay.
Apparently, SI does not make Gen 3 intake valves.
These were some valves that they had made extra for another customer, if I remember correctly. Does that not sound correct? They had custom made some valves for another customer that didn't. They just made extras, and we were able to get some of those.
Do you have the measurements and the weights and everything? Because here's what's happening. Every time we try to dyno the vehicle and make power, it's running into what it's showing symptoms of valve float. I've been to 2 different dynos. I've got my my tuner, you know, all over this thing. I've got engine builders looking at this problem, and they're all telling me that it's pointing in the direction of, one, the car does need valve springs probably, but even on low power, it's basically showing symptoms of valve float. At about 6,200 RPM, the car doesn't make any power.
So do they think that the valves that we got from SI are so much heavier than the factory valves?
I don't think it's a case of them being heavier. They're probably lighter, if anything, but they're talking about like the seat height, and are they longer? You know, so is that valve either?
The dimensions were checked, Alex. As far as the length, the diameter, tip to groove, all of that was spot on.
I'm about to do a compression test on that cylinder that those valves were replaced, and then the next step after that would be leak down.
I will call Monty and see if he's got notes on it, and we'll find out exactly who he talked to at SI. But the best of my memory was they had custom made these valves for one of their customers in California, and maybe the guy needed 8 and they made 12. The head was mic'd, the stem was mic'd, the overall length was mic'd, you know, the tip to groove was mic'd. You know, I'm not going to tell you that there's not a thousands here and there on something, but
sure,
you know, there's not 20, 30 thousandths difference anywhere, length, head, diameter, and I want to say it was for an 18, because yours was a 19 maybe?
Yes, it needs to be 18 and above. 18 and above is Gen 3. That is...
I mean, and again, if I misspeak, it's just because I don't remember. But the best that I remember was these were made for an 18 Coyote for a customer. While they were making them, they spit out a couple of extras, and that's what we got.
There's this one. So that plug actually looks pretty good. That color discoloration there, it looks like rust, is boost stain. I'll clean these up before they go back in the car. There's one down. A lot more to go. We're gonna do cylinder 1 first. All right, go ahead. Stop, stop. Roll that window down on that side so you can hear me. All right, do it again. Stop. So we're good there. Before we get to the bad cylinder, I'm gonna check this side too, just to compare. Why not? Wow, this thing is a real pain in the butt to get in there. Go for it. All right, all right. This is the bad cylinder over here that we think is bad. So this is the moment of truth for this compression test. All right, go ahead. Stop. One more time. Stop. Well, guess what? It passed. That's kind of a, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's like, oh, it passed, but damn it, that means what's the problem? I mean, that's not going to tell us everything in the world about the heads, but at least we know that this cylinder does have compression. So, all right, let's check. I'm just going to continue checking them all. But if this cylinder, if cylinder 4 was bad, I mean, it wouldn't even matter. This head was going to come off. I'm just curious, so we're going to check them. Go ahead. All right. They're all perfect. They're all reading exactly like the same, which is good. I'm gonna call Jeff Hellhorse and he's gonna be like, what the heck, dude? I was sure it was gonna, fail. Like, well, I don't know what to tell you. We built a healthy engine. It just needs valve springs.
Buddy,
Hey, so it passed.
what did it get?
Around 245, 243, something like that.
You need to do the leak down.
Yeah, so
I mean, something's still going on because you shouldn't be having valve flow at that boost level, unless your springs are just truly fucked up.
So once the guy calls me back tomorrow, I told him, I was like, bro, you can't guess this. When whoever you talk to, you cannot be guessing. You have to be 100% sure that those measurements are OEM spec.
Because the only thing we haven't replaced in that whole car is the valve.
Is valve springs. I'm gonna make that very abundantly clear tomorrow. Is like, look, this is being video documented. All of this shit, this is not a threat. It's just what I do for a job.
They didn't measure the pressure of the valve springs when they had the heads. Ask him if he's got the measurements from the valve springs when they reassembled the heads. They should have them because of the seat pressure. That should tell you the valve spring measurements.
Okay.
And we'll send all that to Will and we'll get his opinion on it.
Figured as much. We need valve springs. So with some cars it's a problem, with some cars it's not. And I unfortunately have a special child over here, but we're not giving up. Now it's a back pressure issue. We did drop the cat back when we did that last dyno and it cleaned it up a little bit up top, but that's not gonna solve the problem. So at about 10 pounds of boost or less, it's happy. Put it on the track, it's fine. We did go through an engine failure if you guys are new to the channel, and we replaced every single thing except for the valve springs. I know, we had a couple of recommendations to do it. Other people said that would be fine. Turns out it's not. We should have done it. It's okay, we'll just go back into the engine and take care of it. But we did have a little bit of confirmation on what's going on with the 2 intake valves that were replaced. They were measured within OEM spec to be within about 1,000th. So we're good there. Compression test was a success. So leak down is next. We're also gonna do a smoke out test more than likely, just to check the health of the engine, make sure everything is copacetic and go from there. So I don't see any reason to pull any heads on this car, which is a good thing. So we still want to do leak down. That's going to happen here in a couple of days, and hopefully, and I don't see why it's going to fail, but we will go from there. We just want to make sure that everything is fine before we really turn up the boost. But speaking of boost, so above 10.5 pounds is really where the valve float starts to show its face. Beneath that, the car seems to be happy and run fine. But we're going to do valve springs, we're going to do a fuel system, and we're going to turn it up and see what it does. We want to keep the engine alive, happy, because right now everything is perfect. Oh, can't show you that. You got that if you made it this far in the video. I don't want to give away any secrets. There is some stuff that is arriving this week that you are not going to want to miss, I promise. So subscribe if you're new. Hopefully you found this video a little bit informative. If you've never done a compression test, it's pretty simple. You can go to your parts store, rent a tool for like 45 bucks or whatever it costs. Just pull plugs, pull coils, start the car until it doesn't run anymore, and then do your test. And again, on a Gen 3 Coyote, you want to be north of 185. So we are around 245 in that ballpark per cylinder. So we have a healthy engine here, guys.